Today we are going to learn about a literary analysis method or tool called Sifft. Sifft stands for symbol, imagery, figurative speech, tone, and theme. And you would use this when you are analyzing poetry, maybe fiction, or literary nonfiction. And we're going to go through each one so you become familiar with each part of Sifft. The S in Sifft stands for symbols. Symbol is a sign of something more. Our everyday lives are heaped with symbols. These commonly accepted symbols are called public symbols. So we know that the white dove means peace, or this might mean poison. Symbols in literature. Writers create new and personal symbols in their work. In literature, a symbol is an object, a setting, an event, an animal, or even a person that functions in the story the way you'd expect it to, but also stands for something more than itself, usually for something abstract. So a lot of times colors stand for symbols, and you will see a villain wearing dark black colors, or your hero might wear white. And so those colors would symbolize good and bad. Moby Dick is a classic novel about a white whale. And Moby Dick is a very real white whale. In the novel, Captain Ahab spends the whole book trying to chase it and kill it. But certain passages let the readers know that the whale is associated with the mystery of evil in the world. So Moby Dick is a symbol to Ahab and to the novel of evil and the mystery of it. So guidelines to follow. Symbols are often visual. When some event or object or setting is used as a symbol in the story, you will usually find that the writer has given it a great deal of emphasis. It will reappear throughout the entire story or throughout the novel. A symbol usually has something to do with the story's theme. A symbol can be a metaphor that extends throughout the text. So a comparison of two things that you will see repetitively throughout the novel or the story or the poem. The I stands for imagery. We've already discussed imagery. It is sensory details using your five senses: see, hear, taste, smell, or feel. And it often promotes the mood, how the reader is feeling, and the tone, how the author is exhibiting feelings through the characters. What effect is the author trying to convey with these images? Writers use language to create sensory impressions and to create specific responses to characters, events, objects, or situations in the work. So the writer is trying to show, to paint a vivid picture rather than just tell us, using these sensory details within his or her writing. The F stands for figures of speech or figurative language. We have discussed the different types of figurative language when we read the Veld. Writers form images by using speech such as similes, metaphors, hyperboles, personification, or other devices like irony, illusion. You can take a moment to go through these different types of figurative language. We have already discussed these previously, so this would just be a review. If you need more help with similes, metaphors, please press pause to read through these. A hyperbole, personification. The T in Sifft stands for tone. Now remember, tone is the author's take or feelings towards the audience, the subject, or the characters. And this is conveyed through word choice and details. Whereas the mood are the emotions that the reader feels while reading. It is the atmosphere of the story. And this is conveyed through the character's emotions, the setting, and other elements. Tone is reviewed through diction, the word choice the author uses. In literature, the reader does not have the benefit of voice inflection. Even a dog understands the tone of his master's voice. So I can change my tone through my inflection, but you can't do that while you're reading and typing. And so they choose words that would help um, create a feeling in the novel. So the reader must understand that the author's word choice, details, imagery, and language in order to understand the tone. Sometimes you will see a shift in tone. So the author might have one attitude towards the audience, but yet another attitude towards the subject. Or in a poem, there might be a shift from evil to good or from sadness to happiness. So you might see some shifts. The last T in Sifft is theme, and we have discussed this many times. A theme is a central, underlining, controlling idea, message of a literary work. It is an abstract concept, and you would see it represented by the characters or by their actions or images in a literary work. It is usually expressed in a full sentence. Sometimes it might require a full paragraph. So how do we figure out the theme? You must first understand the plot, the characterization, and the conflict, and the author's tone. It would help to identify the subject or the overall topic in one word, and then explain in a few sentences what the author believes about that topic or subject. Many stories and novels have more than one theme, and there is seldom just one right answer. For example, in the novel To Kill a Mockingbird, the entire subject is about racism. So a possible theme might be justice is often withheld from economically deprived racial minorities. So talking about racial injustice. So we are going to be using this example, this analysis tool throughout the rest of the year. I highly encourage you to read through these slides, write them in your notes, and study them so that you can be able to um, use this tool as you are reading any kind of fiction or poetry. Have a good day, gladiators.